In Durham, North Carolina, during the tense days of 1971, the city was deeply divided. Black neighborhoods were neglected, with rundown buildings, neglected housing, and streets plagued by disrepair. At the center of this struggle is Ann Atwater, a passionate and fearless activist known for her tireless work to improve the living conditions for Black tenants. Ann is at a housing hearing, speaking out on behalf of those who live in substandard housing, demanding better repairs and living conditions. Her words are strong, but the city council members, most of whom are white, brush her off, talking over her, or completely ignoring her. Ann's fight for justice is met with resistance, but her determination never wavers. After the hearing, Ann walks through her neighborhood, where she's a beloved figure. In stark contrast, the wealthier white areas of Durham are pristine and well-maintained. The officials, isolated in their offices, are detached from the reality of those like Ann, who are fighting to survive in a broken system. One such official is C.P. Ellis, a white man who runs a small gas station and convenience store. He's familiar with the locals, many of whom are friendly, yet he harbors deep racial prejudices. His life is unremarkable, but he holds a position of power in his own community. As the exalted cyclops of the local Ku Klux Klan chapter, this role gives him a sense of status and control in a society where he feels powerless. Klan meeting is a chilling scene. CP presides over the gathering of masked men, torches lit, Confederate symbols displayed. The Klan speaks of maintaining segregation and defending white culture, and CP delivers speeches laced with hate, claiming to protect his community and his way of life. This night is a stark reminder of the deep divisions in Durham, a city that seems trapped in its racial strife. But beneath CP's harsh exterior, there's a glimpse of his personal life. He has a wife and children, one of whom has special needs. They live a modest, working-class life, and despite his hatred, CP is not a man of privilege. He's someone who finds power in the exclusion of others. Meanwhile, in a local school, children, mostly Black students, are in class when disaster strikes. An electrical fire breaks out, quickly spreading across a classroom. Teachers scramble to evacuate the students, their calmness hiding the growing danger. No lives are lost, but the damage is done. Outside, the community gathers in shock, some parents and residents visibly angry at the state of the school. Ann arrives on the scene and immediately takes charge, comforting parents and demanding answers from city officials who show up. The school was already in poor condition before the fire, overcrowded and neglected by the local government. Ann, undeterred, confronts the officials, asking where the children will go now. The officials' response is nothing more than bureaucratic excuses, igniting a fire within Ann to push for real action. Meanwhile, the city officials and the school board are discussing the fire behind closed doors. The issue of what to do with the displaced Black students arises, and C.P. Ellis is called in. However, it's not his role as a firefighter or parent that matters. It's his status as a representative of the white community's interests. The white school board members are concerned that Black students might be sent to white schools, and CP is asked to represent their views. Initially, CP refuses, unwilling to legitimize anything that might lead to desegregation. However, Bill Riddick, a calm and skilled Black mediator, meets with CP privately, offering him a challenge he can't resist. Sensing an opportunity to protect his values and maintain his control over the situation, CP reluctantly agrees to co-chair a community forum, or charrette, with Ann Atwater. The charrette is an innovative approach to resolving the issue. It's a community forum that will bring together all stakeholders to discuss and vote on solutions. While the idea is novel to most, Bill assures the participants that it will give everyone an equal voice in the outcome. Ann, nominated by the Black community, agrees to represent them, though she remains skeptical about its potential. City officials, wanting to avoid bad press or lawsuits, pressure CP into participating. He's hesitant, but the promise of control over the outcome pulls him in. Soon, CP and Ann, both wary of each other, are seated at the head of the room. Black and white participants sit on opposite sides, and the air is thick with mistrust. From the start, the clash between Ann and CP is evident. They exchange barbs, and CP refuses to shake Ann's hand. The atmosphere is uncomfortable, filled with awkward silences and quiet hostility. CP's allies mock the charrette, dismissing it as a futile stunt. He tries to steer the conversation towards segregation, citing tradition and parental rights. Ann, however, is unyielding, speaking passionately about the systemic inequality Black families face, particularly in education. But as the days go by, the charrette begins to have an unexpected effect. Bill Riddick carefully facilitates the discussions, ensuring every voice is heard, even when people talk over each other or walk out in frustration. At one point, CP accuses the Black community of always asking for handouts, igniting a fiery response from Ann, who calls out his ignorance. The room is torn, but everyone is forced to face the reality of the situation. Outside the meeting room, Ann witnesses a vulnerable moment. CP is trying to console his son, who has a meltdown in the car. The boy has Down syndrome, and his father is struggling to manage his care. Ann watches from a distance, her anger not disappearing, but softening. This moment of empathy doesn't erase the years of hatred, but it gives her a glimpse into CP's humanity. The following night, Bill invites some of the participants to dinner, including Ann and CP. The atmosphere is tense, but slowly people begin to open up, sharing personal stories that humanize them beyond politics. CP is forced to listen as a Black father explains the harsh realities of overcrowded schools with broken windows and old textbooks. It's a moment of reckoning for CP, though he isn't fully convinced. Later, Ann visits CP's home, uninvited but not confrontational. She speaks with his wife, learning about the struggles they face, financial hardship, and the overwhelming need for better care for their son. In a quiet moment, Ann gently points out that the system CP is defending is the same one that's failing his own family. CP is shaken, but doesn't respond immediately. He's not ready to change, but something inside him begins to shift. The charrette nears its conclusion, and tensions are at their peak. The final vote on school integration will be public, and everyone knows CP's decision could sway the outcome. The Black community pressures Ann to ensure CP does the right thing, while white parents push him to vote against integration. When the time comes, CP steps to the microphone. The room falls silent as he casts his vote, a vote for integration. He tears up his Klan membership card in front of everyone, signaling a powerful break from his past. The shock waves are immediate. Black attendees cheer, while white parents and Klan members glare at CP. He stands tall, his shoulders heavy but resolute. Later, CP faces ostracism from his former Klan allies. They threaten him, and his family is harassed, but CP doesn't back down. When confronted by a former Klan member, he replies, "I'd rather stand with the folks trying to build something than the ones trying to burn it down." The line between enemies has completely dissolved. The final moments of the story shift to real photos and footage from the time, accompanied by a voiceover narration. The integration of schools in Durham was upheld, and the community began to heal.